Road carnage, especially along the highways, has been attributed to overspeeding and lack of concern by both motorists and commuters when using the road. The introduction of the Mishuki laws was seen as a major breakthrough towards restoring sanity back on our roads, but it was just but a matter of time before the rules started being floated.
You know very well that the government, the experts have put a continuous yellow line on the road. But you still want to overtake. Not knowing where you are going and not knowing what could be oncoming. What happens if you happen to meet another vehicle that is coming? Of course, you expect a crash. And what was the result of the crash? Is death.
Another major cause of carnage on our roads is truck drivers and long-distance drivers who have ignored directives on the maximum hours one is required to drive. Exemption of these long-distance truck drivers from the Transport Licensing Board's wing has also impacted negatively on the enforcement of these working hours.
Some of these drivers, they know very well that they are supposed to drive for 8 hours. And thereafter need to have a rest. To some, they will always do the opposite. That instead of him taking a truck from Mombasa and come up to Mulolongo and rest, that's relatively about 8 or so hours, you will find him wanting to drive up to Eldoret. What we are now telling the government, and because you wanted to know what are we doing, we are telling the government, we have requested the government to reconsider its position so that all these trucks are subjected to the regulations of the TLB.
A lot of corruption on our roads has also seen high accident rates, with the police accepting bribes from motorists who flout traffic rules.
By looking at what is happening, is you even find the same policeman, if he doesn't pick that money from whoever is giving it to him, they will always drop that money on the ground. What we are saying, that the police officers are people who are supposed to enforce the law. And the law on corruption is very clear. Any police officer is supposed to arrest anybody who is trying who is seen to be corrupt.
The Traffic Department is, however, working in collaboration with the Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission to sensitize the Traffic Department on such ills in an effort to reduce the number of fatalities.
We are trying to sensitize our officers on the need as to why they should not be corrupt officers.
According to the Traffic Commandant Joseph Oletito, the government contracted an expert to look into the standards of the alcohol law, and in due time, the device will be back on the roads to root out cases of drunken driving.
We are waiting for the legal notice. We are just waiting for the legislation before now the government goes buying for the same, because a consultant was hired and the consultant has done his part. We have seen his report, a report that is totally inclusive.
With measures in place to ensure safety and sanity on our roads, one thing Kenyans must remember is
road safety, my dear Kenyans, is not meant to the police. Whenever there is a crash, people start asking where is the police. Road safety should start with you. That you are supposed to take care of yourself and the rest of Kenyans.
Nancy Njoki, GBS News.
The weather currently is quite very